Today is Tuesday, June 13th. I'm Terrence Friday with your digital brief. Let's take a look at the top stories. We begin in Livingston County, where we're learning more about the 2-year-old who was accidentally shot and killed in Howe over the weekend. The father of the toddler is a member of the Dearborn Police Department. In a statement, the department said the incident is, quote, a personal matter, and we are respecting the privacy of the officer and his family during this difficult time. This shooting happened on Oak Squire Lane. Investigators believe the child grabbed the gun out of their mother's purse. This comes just 2 months after the state passed safe storage laws, which require adults to secure firearms safely when a child is around. Neighbors say they are still in disbelief that something like this could happen.
I can't even imagine the pain that must be being felt by anybody who loses a child for any circumstance. And, I can only imagine what that's like. I don't want to be in those shoes and hopefully never will be, but it's got to be an unimaginable type of pain.
And that shooting is still under investigation. Well, former President Donald Trump will be arraigned inside a Miami federal court, his second arraignment in just 3 months. Right now, Mr. Trump is facing more than 3 dozen charges alleging that he mishandled sensitive material after leaving office. Prosecutors claiming some of the documents contained information on U.S. nuclear weapons programs and military secrets of both the U.S. and foreign countries. Mr. Trump denies any wrongdoing.
Did absolutely nothing wrong.
The total volume and the scope and the sensitivity of this material is an intelligence catastrophe waiting to happen.
Mr. Trump's former White House valet and aide was also charged as a co-conspirator in this indictment. There's a budget shortfall for the Grosse Pointe School District. Money is allocated based on how many students attend, which means that cuts sometimes have to be made. Declining enrollment is now the driving force behind this decision. The school board is reviewing a proposed budget which could cut between $4 and $5 million next year. The budget proposal presented last night would mean that 5 teachers from each high school would be laid off starting next year. It also means that other staff in schools and the administration department would also be out of a job, or their hours could be reduced from full-time to part-time. One school board member at the meeting says those cuts to staff isn't a long-term solution.
We can't just cut as many teachers as we can possibly get away with every year. We can't just go in and keep cutting personnel every single year until we have no one and hope that with 2 people in central office, they can manage to make the district function.
The cuts are even more important because the district doesn't keep enough money in the reserves. If that is the case, they call the general fund balance an issue that they have that's at risk of being taken over by the state. It is possible that some changes could be made at the last minute, but the school board is preparing to take the final vote on the budget June 20th. Let's check in with next weather meteorologist Kylie Miller. Kylie, we've got another look at the forecast. It's a little cool again today.
Yeah, and it's going to be that cold rain, unfortunately, for today. Scattered rain showers are likely as we go through the morning, the afternoon, as well as the evening hours. And during the afternoon, we may actually hear a brief rumble of thunder. Highs today will only peak in the middle to upper 60s. We'll be back into the 70s for tomorrow with a good mix of sun and clouds. More rain is expected on Thursday with another chance of some stormy weather. Then for Friday and the weekend, we'll see more sunshine, partly cloudy to mostly sunny sky conditions. Temperatures will return into the 80s this weekend as well as next week. Terrence?
Kylie, thanks. That's going to do it for today's digital brief. For weather, news, and sports, we're covering it all for you here on CBS News Detroit. We're streaming live on the CBS News app and Pluto TV.